Welcome to Hindu Infopedia. Today, we examine a difficult and often avoided question: why did Jauhar occur repeatedly across 7 centuries, and why only in specific historical contexts? Jauhar refers to the collective self-immolation of Hindu women when Islamic armies breached fortified cities and capture became imminent. It was not described as an act of panic, nor as an isolated suicide. It was collective, ritualized, and usually preceded by Saka, where men rode out in a final, suicidal charge. The most cited instance is Chittor in 1303, when 16,000 women are said to have entered the fire as Alauddin Khilji's forces captured the fort. Chittor witnessed two more Jauhars in 1535 under Bahadur Shah of Gujarat, and in 1568 during Akbar's siege. Across these three events, the figure of 37,000 women is associated with Chittor alone over 265 years. The blog frames this pattern within what it calls theological warfare. Unlike political conquest, which seeks territory or taxation, this argument highlights Islamic jurisprudence that permitted enslavement of non-Muslim women captured in war. It cites Quran 4:24 and 23 5-6, along with Hadith literature and FIQH manuals, as forming a codified legal structure governing war captives. Because these rulings were religiously sanctioned, the threat of enslavement and forced conversion was seen as predictable and doctrinal, not incidental. The pattern, according to this narrative, did not end in medieval India. During partition in 1947, in places such as Rajouri in Kashmir, reports describe mass killings and incidents of self-immolation as Pakistani tribal forces advance. A memorial, the Balidan Stambh, stands there today. The blog argues that violence in Kashmir did not receive the same sustained national documentation as the 1971 Bangladesh genocide. The discussion then extends to modern examples. In 2014, ISIS attacked Shia and enslaved Yazidi women, explicitly citing classical jurisprudence. Boko Haram's abduction of 276 schoolgirls in Chibok the same year is also referenced. Yet, unlike Rajput history, there were no recorded mass self-immolations. The explanation offered is cultural framework. Jauhar required both a theological threat and an honor-based code in which death was considered preferable to forced conversion or enslavement. The text further distinguishes Jauhar from Sati. It argues that Sati was not mandated by Hindu Dharma, pointing to figures like Kunti and Gandhari who did not commit self-immolation. In Rajasthan, however, where repeated sieges occurred, Sati is described as a peacetime extension of an earlier honor-based response, while in Bengal, high Sati numbers between 1815 and 1829 are attributed to property disputes under Dayabhaga law. Comparisons are drawn with Meseda in 73 CE and Berlin in 1945, described as isolated or situational events rather than sustained patterns. The central claim is that Jauhar represents a civilizational response to a specific form of warfare perceived as theological and codified. Whether one agrees with every conclusion or not, the events at Chittor, Rajouri, Shia, and Chibok remain part of a broader historical conversation about conquest, law, culture, and memory. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to our channel, and read more at HINDUINFOPEDIA.